If you ask me, it looks good. I might come back down through here and touch it just a little bit more, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna keep on pressing. Now, we flip this thing over, and I'm gonna have to punch a hole here and punch a hole through there, because here's where we're gonna set our hardware to tack this plate to this stay bracket. All right. As we can see, those holes are lined up perfectly. Okay. You can see right through there. Okay, there they go. All right, folks, we are back, and here's what we have. So if you have a fairing kit, if you've ever purchased a fairing kit, it probably came with all those bolts like this that has an assortment of screws, bolt plates, all that high-speed jazz. What I did is I took one of these. These are for the windscreen, right? And then these little fairing bolts obviously screw down into that. Now, what I did is I took me a washer, and this washer fits just over that. I mean, it's just large enough so it'll fit kind of down in it, but it won't, you can't pull this actually through this hole here. And I ran that bolt through the top. Now I'll probably pull this out and put a little plastic washer on that. And then I still obviously have to pull the plastic coating off of this carbon fiber. But nonetheless, this is what I've done. This is what I have done. Okay. And that is enough to secure this plate to the bracket. You can see where it's kind of indenting right there. This plate ain't going nowhere, trust me. And folks, I mean, really, that's how you do it. Now, I'm gonna have to come back and I'm gonna cut me a nice slot out of here, because the dash has the cable that comes into it, so you need an opening for the cable to come through on the dash. So I tell you what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to resort back to our cardboard cutout. That's this fella here. Now I'm gonna trace out my cut spot, that box there. I'm gonna cut that out. Then we'll be able to put the dash on it. Okay, we got that cut out. I'm gonna put the dash in there. Here and here. So I'm gonna make a rough mark on here. So now this is going to serve as my template to punch those holes into this bad boy right here. So I'm just going to set this on here and see that it's nice and straight. Looks good. I'm going to go ahead and pop this hole. You know what? I'm going to set this on the table so it's nice and flat. I'm sorry about the camera work, folks, but it's just me. So I got to do what I got to do. Do what I can with what I got. Now y'all can see from these previous plates that I got holes all over the place. And that's really just from trial and error. See this one? I got holes punched everywhere. Right? Just trying to figure it out. But we got it now. I'm gonna mount this to the back. We're gonna go ahead and temporarily, what's these? I'm gonna temporarily mount this with these screws. And I'm just looking at it, make sure it's going to be straight. All right, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to punch a couple holes in this. So these will go into wherever I decide to punch these holes. And I think I'll put one here and one here. How about that? We can take these out, put them up here, and then these holes will be in, so I can go in from the bottom and mount the bracket or the dash. Okay, we'll get up here close to the top. I'll put one here, and I'll put one there. Let's do that. Okay. Sometimes you got to improv, people. I think after 25 years of Army service, if there's anything I learned, that's how to improvise. Got to use what you got to get the mission accomplished. And we doing it here, baby. And if I hadn't said it, I'm gonna say it again. This carbon fiber is strong. So it doesn't take a whole lot, right, to secure this little, I don't even know how much this thing weighs. I could weigh it, but this secures this with absolutely no problem. You don't need a whole bunch of extensive hardware to hold that into place. So I think what I want to do is get me a little bushing to go in here to really snug it up. Right, like that there. All right, folks, this is what I got here. Sometimes there's benefits to being a pack rat. If you guys see this little bushing, you might know where it came from. I'm not gonna lie. I think this came off of a front fender where the screw goes in to hold in the reflector. See, I got one on here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this other one on. It's rubber, so it has a bit of spring to it, and it's got that bad boy on there, nice and snug. That, I mean, I'll say it's perfect. Okay. So, almost forgot. We're going to run these through here. Because remember, these are going to secure this to the bracket. Okay? So let's go ahead and get this bad boy back on. And remember, I put the little plastic washers on those too, so we won't dig into the panel too bad. Booyah. Put that bad boy back in there. But anyway, I'm going to mount the, here we go. Here we go. Ah, nice. All right, and it caught very easily. You guys can see what I've done. Okay, and this bad boy is mounted on there, and it is nice and straight. I'm going to finish this up, and I'll bring you guys back online when I'm done, and I'll let you know exactly what I did as far as these little fellas are concerned, and these screws that I put in the front. So I'll be back. Here we go, folks. We got this thing all tight and buttoned up. There's one thing I wanted to show y'all real quick before I slap this bad boy back off into the bike, and that's this high-speed cable assembly here. Now, I told you that this system is basically, I'm sorry, golly, man, in this camera. I'm looking with my eyeballs instead of not looking through the camera to see what the camera's seeing. But anyway, this high-speed cable, this plugs right into the cable that's coming off the bike. Let me run over here real quick. Okay, right there. Okay, you can see the boot and the cable coming out of it. That is the cable that's coming from the bike, obviously. That plugs right into this plug, and that's all you have to do. Okay? Now, depending on what type of bike you have, the cable that comes from the dash is going to be different. That's the only thing. All right, let me stop yapping and get this bike buttoned up. All right, folks, here is the finished product. Look at that there. That thing sure looks sexy. We're gonna go ahead and fire it up. Bam. Look at that. That's how it's done, folks. Easy peasy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Look at that. Got the Suzuki emblem back down in there. Slick. As you can see, the edges We got them things nice and flush. You know, maybe down around the sides, you know, I could get it a little more streamlined. But I think if I get me a high-speed 3D printer, then maybe I could, you know, start making these things en masse. I get me a 3D printer and a 3D scanner. I could probably crank out something, I mean, absolutely pristine. But listen, all that stuff takes, you know, finances. And, you know, if you guys would like to see your boy producing those types of, you know, fabricated parts for Suzuki's, then, you know, go ahead, like and subscribe, leave some comments, share this video with somebody who is a Gixxer owner and is like-minded. You know, they like to have their bikes looking good, and they look to modifying, upgrading, and all that high-speed stuff to their Gixxer. Then pass this video along to them. Make sure they like and subscribe, because it helps your boy out. You know, if your boy got some adequate support, you never know what might come out of this channel. So I'm gonna stop because I'm getting ready to start rambling and yapping again. And I think it's time for me to take Quick outside and give him a customary bathing. I'll probably do that with the rest of these wonderful Rottweilers of mine. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I will holler at you boys later. Peace.